Oh,
It's the only way to get us all on the same page.
That's by not being able to turn pages because both your hands were chopped off. It's 1-0 for me right now. What do you guys got?
Shouldn't it be a crime that American spelling and British spelling are different in many words?
That should be a crime? All right.
Yeah, that should be a crime. Confusing people.
Okay.
Like football, so confusing. What are you talking about football?
So I mean, I agree that it's weird because I'm Canadian, so we just use both, which is extra fucked because we can't pick a side with anything. We're too nice. And so some of our words are in American spelling and some of them are British. And it's just infuriating. I'm wrong everywhere I go. But to make it a crime, I mean, it was Angela, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you even punish that, Angela? What would be... Because that's if there's a crime, there's got to be punishment. They go hand in hand. They don't just name Russian books willy nilly. But what would you say is a fair punishment for different spelling?
Just suggested one. Why do we spell it out?
Cut their less dominant hand off.
Less dominant hand. Jesus Christ, that's like that's to do that to Princess Jasmine when she was caught stealing. That's not something you do for spelling. Also, would you do it to everyone in the culture that spells it wrong, or just the people who are unfortunate enough to get caught?
Is there a strike system?
With Carol.
Hey, Carol, would it be again a strike against like the person or against the culture? Because this feels like it's got to become like a full-on war if we do that, or we're just gonna like outlaw British spelling because it's cumbersome. Let's be honest. Phone with an F. Come on, guys. Carol, how do you picture the strike system going?
Well, I'm more worried about cleaners cut the hand off. do you just get a warning the first time, and then maybe a finger the second time, and then just go for the whole hand?
Kalina, that's a question for you.
Don't go for the full hand, otherwise they don't remember.
Jesus, when you meet someone, you're just like, oh, your parents hate you. That is, you have a harsh view of justice, Angela. What? But again, like, I mean, are these the kind of laws that you want to live under? I'm all for like mocking somebody, but if we've got the kind of mad, power-hungry person that Angela clearly is, she wants to go straight to corporal punishment, and not even just like a beating, a full behanding. Is that the kind of world you want to live in? No, I want to live in a fun, multi-spelling world.
But just imagine a person texting you like correct grammar, and like a guy or a girl messaging you and actually using just imagine the thought of that.
But that's how it's the one. That's how my wife knew that I was the one, is because I was putting like Oxford commas in my text messages.
Was she your grammar teacher?
Sorry?
Was she your grammar teacher?
She is a teacher though. She's very good. I could never take her class. She's much better than me.
She'd be on our side about this. She'd be like, yeah, cut the less dominant hand.
But this is way better, because this way you can weed out all the chaff. You can get rid of the non-spelling losers. Isn't that what you want?
But you can get rid of the non-spelling losers more easily if they're like properly gone, like hang, draw and quarter them for the leet speak.
No, because at that point they're disabled and you're being rude by not dating them just because they're missing a hand. That's messed up. You can't discriminate against the handy capable like that. That is outrageous, and shame on you. So if anything, you have to date that person who spells poorly now.
Sacrifices.
Yeah. So you'd rather date them and they lost their hand than
you date them and you tell them you don't love them.
Oh, that is cold. I never planned it in advance. Come on.
Yeah, I pity dated you because I got your hand chopped off.
Yeah. But now that you got a prosthetic, I'm out of here. Peace. Learn how to spell color.
I've only chopped their hand off once. What happens if they keep making mistakes?
Wondering that.
That's an excellent point, Carol. You've only got one non-dominant hand. Where do you go from there? Because I mean, at that point, they must be like, you know what? I've earned spelling lighthouse with 3 T's.
Well, you just take the other hand, and then they can't spell anything.
Damn, Sarah, way to go. Out of nowhere. You haven't spoken the whole time. Straight out. I would, I think that is cruel and unusual. I think there is, I mean, I've always thought the word grammar Nazi was a bit overkill, but you guys are really bringing that into question. I think that the best argument against this becoming a law is the insane lengths that you're willing to go to make people spell properly. Clearly, people who want this to be legal cannot be trusted with the public good. They are power-hungry sadists.
Well, I think that was on the
All
admissions
of us
application,
get
Chris.
Oh,
It's the
sorry.
only way to get us all on the same page.
That is by not being able to turn pages because both your hands were chopped off.
Yeah, they don't need it anymore.
That's it. We're all stuck
They
on
don't
this page. We got no hands. All right, we're going to call that there. You guys are getting into the spirit, and I love it.